Alright guys, I'm headed to Charleston, South Carolina. It is gorgeous here. I don't want to leave, but I am, because I can't keep staying in a single place. So off I go. Only 273 miles, so that's like a nothing drive. Also, like, it's really hot, like tank top weather hot. I love it. It's gonna be colder in Charleston, but not like, you know, home cold. But here I go. Seriously, this is like the first time I felt sad leaving a place. It's just, I was like, I could get around without the GPS, and I knew where everything was, and I was starting to get real comfortable. But St. Augustine is fantastic. If I was going to move anywhere, of all the places I've been so far, like I said, home seemed to be the best. You know, I just assume I live in the right place. The right place for me, of course. But St. Augustine, man, it's amazing. I don't know what else to say. Like I said, I was only there maybe, like 3 days, and it just started to feel so comfortable, so much like a place I could see myself living. And yeah, like, I'm sad to leave. It's not like I'm not going to other places to explore. It's not like I'm headed home. You know, I could understand if I was headed home, that would make me sad, but I'm not headed home. I'm headed to other places. I'm headed to see a giant old oak tree, angel oak in South Carolina. You know, that seems super fun, but at the same time, like I said, I'm cruising down Route 1, not 95 apparently, Route 1, and yeah, I got like this bittersweet feeling. I don't know. People told me to move there. Several people. A person I just talked to said they just moved there from California. And the other weird thing is, three different completely different people seen in different places, all asked me if I was a yoga teacher. So, I don't know. And then one chick offered me a job, and I was like, I don't teach yoga, I just do yoga. She wanted me to move there, so she offered me a job as a yoga instructor. She just told me how to get, certified. But yeah, I really like St. Augustine. And no, even on like the ghost tour and stuff, no bad vibes. Like the whole town, no bad vibes. I don't know. That was definitely not the last time I will have visited St. Augustine in my entire life. That's for certain. Most of the other places around the country, I can say with certainty that I don't want to go back. But we'll see. Maybe it's a coastal thing. Maybe I just like the East Coast. We'll see. Charleston, South Carolina is on the coast, so maybe that place will be just as well. We shall see. My radio is working again. GPS is working. It's a beautiful day. I don't know. I don't plan on stopping because, like I said, this place is like, it's 4 hours away, so it doesn't really seem, I don't really know if there's anything to stop at, but we shall see. Well, the baby on board signs might be old-fashioned, but this guy, baby up in here, apparently it's the new thing. Well, at least this guy says it is. Baby up in here. Georgia again. Welcome to South Carolina. There's palm trees again. Palm tree. Georgia just doesn't have palm trees, but Florida and South Carolina. Palm tree. Anyway, I underestimated or did the math wrong, and I was in Georgia for 113 miles, not 33 miles, but I'm out of Georgia. First impressions in South Carolina, fucking palm trees. I mean, seriously. Why does the entire state of Georgia not have any? I don't understand. Palm tree. There has to be like a guy who goes around and his sole purpose is to like cut all the palm trees down don't have palm trees and then not have palm trees and then have palm trees again. Anyway, South Carolina first impressions other than palm trees. Not too shabby. That's all I can say right now. It's nighttime, so I can't see anything, but I have been confronted with so many smells in South Carolina. Like a smoked barbecue, that one keeps happening. Sulfur, which I'm used to the sulfur from Sulphur Springs in Florida. But now I was just confronted with some kind of orange, some kind of citrusy orange smell. Like, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, I cannot see anything. There's no street lights, there's no nothing. I'm just driving here. If I turn my headlights off, it'll be pitch black. But so many smells, and quite pleasant. Even the sulfur doesn't bother me just because it's minerals, I'm used to it. But South Carolina smells. Good morning. I do not like South Carolina, like, at all. Like, super bad vibes. But I am gonna go to this Angel Oak, and I mean, it's supposed to literally be the opposite of super bad vibes, so we shall see. Okay, I'm walking to this tree. Oh, I guess this is literally the tree. I can get around the fence though. Not feeling a good vibe here. Really, really dislike South Carolina and all the people that I've run into so far. They're just so rude. And again, in that pretend, polite, rude kind of way, which is like, I'd rather come across just rude people who are blatantly rude. So, I don't understand. It's like all these do not enters. I mean, obviously it's that tree right there. There's got to be a way to get to it, because if not, I don't even know. Do not do yoga by the Angel Oak. This place is stupid. Whatever, I'll say. I'm literally leaving. Like, I'm not even stopping here. I pull into the place. The woman tells me I can't park in there unless I'm handicapped. Okay, fine. I said, where do I park? She said, to come out, whatever. I said, there'll be signs. And she said, yes. So I literally park, walk all the way back over there. As I'm walking in, she says, is that your van? You can't park there. I said, no, the sign says I can park there. And she said, no, that's bus parking. I said, no, it's not. It's beyond that. She said, well, you can't park there. So I go walk out, back to the vehicle. Well, there's two other cars parked right next to me. And they're fine. So then she starts to walk over and tell me that I'm fine. I'm done. I'm done with South Carolina. I'm done with the ma'am, polite, this, that, and the other thing. And I also feel like I'm done with parks, because the two most unhelpful people have been at parks. Like, I don't get it. You're in nature. Calm down. So I can see it. I can see it. It ain't nothing special. I cannot believe all the resistance I'm getting in South Carolina, and the people just being so rude. This is not what happens to me. I mean, I get, like, some people are met with rudeness because they're rude people, but that's not who I am. So, all the other places are going to stop in South Carolina? I'm literally not. You're welcome. We're going to blame, no, I mean, it's all of South Carolina. South Carolina, New Mexico, yeah, twinsies. I've been thinking, and at least figured out why there's no concealed carry in the state of New Mexico or South Carolina. It's because people would be getting shot a lot just because they're so incredibly rude. This is what I've learned. In crazy gun law states, they're there for a reason, these strict laws, because again, people would be getting shot left and right for the disrespect that they show each other constantly. And I mean, and it's always women. I have never been treated so poorly by a man as I have women in my entire life. Y'all know how women can be, you know, pretending to be sweet and kind and nice, but they're actually super duper rude and hate you for an unknown reason. That's the other thing in South Carolina. Most of the people I've been coming across were women, and they just don't seem to like me. But it's not like that with everybody. Like I said, there were the 3 people who wanted me to move.
Continue straight to stay on Main Road, State Road S10 to 20.
The 3 people that wanted me to move to Florida were women. So, well, one was a gay guy, but like whatever. And even like at the hotel that I was at,
Continue straight to stay on Main Road, State Road S10 to 20.
the breakfast was not free. So I was like,
Continue on Main Road for 1.5 miles.
It was like a buffet. Like you had to pay for like everything, like $12. And I was like, hey, bro, like I just want to grab a banana. And he was like, oh, well, you can get a la carte. A banana is $1.60. And I was like, I'm not paying $1.60 for a banana when I could just stop at like a 7-Eleven on the way and grab one for like a couple cents. And he then literally just said, just take a banana. Still didn't save South Carolina because he wanted me to pay $1.60 for a banana first. But yeah, I mean, I know there's rude people everywhere. Like, I get that. That's not a state thing. But when every single person you come across in a state, in more than one town, you know, in different locations, I just don't understand what people have to be so bitter about. Like, just seem to be spewing with, I don't know. So, yeah, South Carolina is on my shit list with New Mexico. Worse than Georgia. Worse than Georgia.
In a 1/4 mile, turn right onto State Road S1024.
1024, is that real or did you glitch? Oh, that's real. It's State Road 10-1024. What? Palm tree. Still doesn't, it doesn't fix it. If you can be 60 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning and have palm trees and I still hate you, your state sucks. I saw my first hitchhiker. There was no escaped prison inmate signs, but I'm in South Carolina, so not that I would really pick up hitchhikers anyway. I might, depending on my mood, but definitely not in this state. It's so funny. There's a speed trap ahead, and you can see who has something telling them that there's a speed trap ahead, because like suddenly like a bunch of people just drop off, you know, get in the right lane, and then all these other people just fly past them, and it's funny. Also, speed trap, South Carolina. 1,077 traffic deaths in South Carolina last year on a sign that's changeable. They change the number. They let you know. Why would you tell me how many traffic fatalities there's been in your state last year while I'm driving down your highway? This is the crap I mean. Like, just spewing vitriol from everywhere. But at least the roads are nice. And I'm sorry, did I say traffic accidents? I meant traffic deaths. There's been way more accidents than that. Literally dead people. 1,077. And you know, when I was in Florida, I went to see a psychic because, well, I've just been doing that all over the country. And she said that my emotional center is not defined, which means that I absorb other people's emotions. Duh. And that's why this state and other states, they suck. Because I'm soaking up all this crap right now as I drive through it. And I'm just hoping it doesn't stick too long, because yeah, vibes and shit. Big for me, real big. And again, we can say that, well, you know, I went to only specific towns, but like, don't you think that, I don't know, the towns I go to for a reason? Because again, I'm just picking things, like not going by like, oh, somebody told me to stop here, just picking things. Oh, rest area closed. Why not? Because we're just too miserable to fix anything? I don't know. Gotta get out of the state. 441 miles to where I'm going in North Carolina, but I'm fairly certain it's kind of way up there in North Carolina. So 2 hours maybe in this stupid negative state with its just lovely roads though. Nice driving. Focus on driving instead of, oh God. Ugh, I don't like this place. Just saw an unmarked cop car, and it was maroon. I feel like I've never seen such a thing in my life. Would you like to go to Smokin' Gringos? Tex-Mex barbecue? I forgot that South Carolina was a heavily Confederate state, and they just seem to just be so effing racist still. And again, both sides. It's not just white people. There's apparently Hispanics here as well, which I haven't really seen since Texas. Yeah. I feel like maybe just ignore all the videos that I put out until it starts with welcome to, oh good, my internet just went out. Until I say welcome to North Carolina, because this is just, everything sucks. And I mean, it's a whole state, and it's not pretty. I couldn't tell last night because of how dark it was. I could tell that I was being, well, I guess I wasn't being hit by, I guess I was the one doing the murdering of the gigantic bugs along the road. I could hear those things hitting. So I thought it'd be like pretty, like nature-y, whatever. It's not at all. Haven't seen a palm tree in a while either, so. I just saw these fields and I was like, I saw this white stuff and I was like, it's 66 degrees, there can't be snow. It was cotton fields. There's plantations everywhere. Explains the vitriol. people around us claim to be racist, and they're not. They're just not. You cannot be. I don't like the South. It's like, I don't know. I don't like it. Florida's in the South. I like that. But yeah. 95 in South Carolina sucks. Road is terrible. Remember that was like one thing I had was like, oh, the roads are nice in South Carolina, nice to drive on. These are terrible. Just get me out of here. I'm on 95 north for like 300 miles, so I have no idea how. I gotta look up state sizes headed this direction. I'm not going to, but I keep saying it. I mean, I'm at exit 98, and I have to go to exit, I don't know what exit I have to go to, but I have to go 241 miles, and I can't imagine if I'm already at 98, 241, it's 2 less 39, that's what, 340 miles? South Carolina could totally be 340 miles long. So we'll see. I really don't want to sit here and think of all the stuff that pissed me off because I'm not want to do that. But I must be absorbing the state, making me petty and miserable about the past. Well, we'll see if there's somewhere to stop. Because I kept seeing the sign for, I don't know, there's a giant beaver. And I don't know what he's advertising. Bucksy, I forget what it was called. But I had seen him miles and like yesterday. So maybe I'll stop and see what he's about. But again, if it's in South Carolina, probably not, because I have to learn this lesson to stop giving 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th chances. That's what I'm supposed to be learning. So I'm only gonna stop if it's not in South Carolina. Otherwise, pass through state. Guys, Judgment Day is a breath away. All of these people in South Carolina need to read that sign. You know how many times I had to pass on the right so far in South Carolina? 7 times. And it's not like I don't ride people a little bit and give them a chance. It's also not like I'm in a giant van that's not fast, not maneuverable, but like these people just do not know how to drive. On a brighter note, there's this place that billboards, all the billboards advertise this place called South of the Border, or Jesus. And not Jesus in like a nice positive way, but Jesus, repent your sins, ask Jesus for forgiveness, like, stop it. Oh good, dead people in traffic accidents again. Anyway, all the exits have been, all the billboards have been for Jesus, or this place called South of the Border. Now I imagine this place called South of the Border is south of the border to North Carolina, and that's only like another 40 or 50 miles away. I also realize that North Carolina will be the last state that I have not been to before, like the last new state on this trip, because everything north of that I've been to. So come on, North Carolina, do not do me wrong. I had been waiting with bated breath for South Carolina's littering sign. Did not disappoint. It doesn't even tell you not to litter. It just says penalty for littering up to $1,000 and prison. Yeah. I enjoy all the different rules for littering across the country. trash on the side of the road, like, so someone was cleaning it up. See the difference between states? And it smells like vanilla here. It's funny how all the places out here have smells to them and nothing out west did, but yes, vanilla-y. I just drove past the Lumber River, and as I was coming up on it, I was like, what a stupid name for a river, Lumber River. I looked over at it, not a stupid name because there's trees growing out of the river, and it's also absolutely gorgeous. It's the first gorgeous thing I've seen in quite some time. Lumber River. License plate. Relax. Do we see where it's from? Tennessee. I don't believe I've been to Tennessee. Next trip. People in the Linas do not know how to drive. I thought passing, 9 people on the right through the state of South Carolina was a lot. I'm pretty certain I've passed 9 people on the right in the past 20 minutes in North Carolina. Now, to be fair, I've been in North Carolina for 81 miles, okay? The entire 81 miles of 95 has been under construction. All of it. It's still going. I can't imagine all of it is. I have another 56 miles and I'll let you know. But, so I don't know if the construction makes people weird, but at the same time, like, I thought I could, because these speed limits are like 60 or 65, not 70 or 75. I thought I could legitimately shave like an hour off of a 5.5 hour trip just by doing 80. Not happening. I'm shaving nothing off the time because normally, when I stop for gas plus my speeding, it cancels each other out. So, 15 minutes stop for gas, but 15 minutes saved on the trip, da-da-da-da. So technically, I shaved 2 minutes off. But I don't have to stop for gas anymore. So, we'll see. And construction. Okay, so there was only, 81 miles of construction. So maybe it'll start to open up a bit. Exit now for Freedom. It's a guns and ammo store. North Carolina is a little different than South Carolina. I have to say, I've been driving north all morning, but it is still absolutely a gorgeous day. It's 73 degrees and mostly sunny, and if it's going to keep getting warmer the more north I go. Maybe it's like 120 where you guys are, huh? No. Sorry. But it is. It's 73 degrees and it's absolutely gorgeous. I must have went in further than I thought. So we shall see how much racism is here. You know, all over the country, there's this thing called a blinking yellow turning arrow. So, like, you know, you get a green arrow, and then the straight people get their green, and then instead of the green arrow just turning red, it blinks yellow when you can make that left-hand turn when it's safe to, instead of them saying, no, you can't. And I love it. We need to adopt that, because it's a four light thing. Green arrow, yellow arrow that blinks, yellow light, red light. So you still can make people stop, and you still goes from green to yellow to red. But that yellow blinking arrow, man, we need that around where we are, especially like the bypass and all that. We need this. We need this. Guys, slow-moving farm equipment uses this highway. Fun. North Carolina, with towns such as Nags Head. Sorry, some funny things. Kitty Hawk. Some kind of, they're like devils something. Kill Devil Hills, that's what it is. Nags Head, Kitty Hawk, Kill Devil Hills, and a town simply called Duck. That's much more fun than Jamesville. There was a sign for Terrell Prison Work Farm. Don't know what that is, but sounds efficient, right? Why just put people in prison when you could put them on your farm? Sounds a little bit like a plantation. I still can't make a decision about North Carolina. It seems like it has good vibes, but there's so many things telling me not to. Like, logic says, but vibes say, And again, all different sorts of areas here so far. I mean, farms and water and all sorts of different things. But like I said, good vibes, but logic says no. We shall see. Sunset in the Outer Banks had me rendered speechless. Something about sunsets on the beach, man, really get me going. And you always got to go to like an island off the coast in order to see it, because the sunset's on the west. But you can do it all up and down the coast. I should have went to the west side of Florida. Really got a good sunset view. This won't be my last road trip, for sure. I definitely want to go north and everything, just when it's obviously warmer, so. It could be the 9 hours of driving, but I'm pretty sure that sign over there just said biscuits and porn. A store called Class and Trash. Antique store, that almost rhymes. What was the other one I just saw? Eat My Nuts? I don't know. Something like that. I don't know what is going on around here. but it seems quite dirty.